We continue following the major turn of events involving Monroe County District Attorney Sandra Doorley following that traffic stop in Webster last year. The state commission now recommending a public censure of Doorley, and her future in office remains unclear. 13 WHAM's Natalie Calzatoni has more on what we're learning about what is next in this process. Natalie, good evening.
Good evening, Matt. I spoke with a member of the 7th Judicial District's Grievance Committee today who says the appellate division ultimately decides the sanction against an attorney. While not talking about any specific cases, he did share how the process works after the Commission of Prosecutorial Conduct makes a recommendation. A report released by the State Commission on Prosecutorial Conduct Tuesday says Monroe County District Attorney Sandra Doorley plans to vacate her position and should be publicly censured. This follows multiple investigations into a traffic stop at Doorley's home that was captured on police body-worn cameras April 22nd, 2024.
Just stop like you're supposed to.
Because I didn't feel like stopping on Phillips Road at 5:30.
That's not your choice. You know that.
Well, I made it my choice.
Despite the commission saying Doorley plans to vacate, the DA released a statement Tuesday indicating she will hold her position, though it is unclear for how long. The administrator of CPC said the commission's recommendation for Doorley to be publicly censured will now be sent to an attorney grievance committee. Sarir Fazali, a member of the 7th Judicial District Grievance Committee, explains how the process works.
The grievance committee can review and adopt those findings, obviously in communication, giving the responding attorney a chance to be heard again. If there is a recommendation for some kind of censure or some kind of public punishment, etc., that is beyond what was initially recommended, or if the responding attorney disagrees, there could be conflict, and that could be, that could give rise to the need for further so-called litigation or a hearing.
Fazali says the appellate division ultimately decides the sanction against an attorney.
To go from receipt of the complaint, if it goes all the way through to a trial, it could take the better part of 18 to 24 months before ultimately there's a decision taken.
The committee's published decisions on the New York State Unified Court System website when investigations are complete. Matt.
We begin with more details about Monroe County District Attorney Sandra Doorley and her plans to potentially step down to be with her husband in South Carolina. Good evening. I'm Karen Edwards.
I'm Lowell Rose. I started digging and found documents about the sale and purchase of their homes in New York State and South Carolina, respectively. During a deposition with the New York State Commission on Prosecutorial Conduct, Monroe County District Attorney Sandra Doorley apologized for the controversial traffic stop and how she conducted herself that day last April. Doorley continued by saying, "I just want to go away and wish you'll just let me retire." Information gathered from the real estate website Zillow shows Doorley and her husband sold their Webster home on November 1st, 2024. Data from Charleston County, South Carolina shows the couple purchased a home there on December 16, 2024, and sold a second property there the following month on January 27, 2025. Both Doorley and her husband are listed as owners of the property, and the county's data shows it's their legal residence. During the state's commission deposition, Doorley said, "I would ask you just let me ride off into the sunset. I've already sold my house in Webster. We bought a house in South Carolina. My husband is living down there. It's time for me to go." Monroe County Board of Elections tells me Doorley's address on file shows her former home in Webster, where the controversial traffic stop happened. The BOE says it has not been informed of changes from Doorley, the U.S. Postal Service, or a county transfer within New York State. Now today, 13 WHAM confirmed that District Attorney Doorley is still living here in Monroe County after selling her home in Webster last year, and she's still at work each week in the DA's office.